is All News Channel.
Now, this is Your Decision, live election coverage on All News Channel.
It is Your Decision. Hello, I'm Stan Turner. We're counting the votes here, and the votes are coming in now faster and faster as the minutes go by. Let's take a look here now at the total number of electoral votes as we have them in the presidential race so far. 270 needed to win the White House. Bill Clinton has run up 172 to Bob Dole's 58. Looking now at other numbers and other maps, let's check out and see where we are state by state. Instant winners here, the projected winner of Missouri, Bill Clinton. In Maryland, same thing. Clinton takes Maryland. And in Connecticut, this is Clinton country. The Northeast belongs to Clinton all the way. That's what the polls said, and that's the way the voters are speaking so far. In Maine, same thing. Bill Clinton, the winner there. And what else can we show you? Delaware, Bill Clinton grabs the 3 electoral votes there. But in Oklahoma, Bob Dole, the winner there. 8 electoral there. And now let's go for some numbers here if we can. Some Senate numbers, perhaps. Let's see here. We have okay, here we go with some actual votes, the popular vote, with about 4% reporting. Not much to judge there. Indiana, a little over 1/4% vote there. It's a tough call there. That has been all along. Same thing in Kentucky. These are very tight races, and we're just not going to know how they shake out till a little bit later in the evening. In Senate, in Alabama, this is an open seat. Howell Heflin giving this one up, and he is a Democrat, and who is going to hold on to this one? Will the Republican or the Democrat? Well, so far it's a dead heat. Arkansas, Bill Clinton's home state. This has been the property the Senate seat has of a Democrat. Never has a Republican won it. So far it's tough to tell who's going to win there. Sam Nunn's seat in Georgia. This is a toss-up. This has been a hot contest all along, Cleveland versus Milner. And Kansas, well, all projections are that the Republicans are going to take both seats. Both Senate seats are up this time around in Kansas. In New Hampshire, the projected winner there is the Democrat, Dick Swett, taking that away from Bob Smith, the Republican. So there you are, a quick around the horn look there at numbers as we have them around the country. All News Channel's Bob Costantini joins us now from Capitol Hill. Bob, we just took a look at some of the congressional races, and there are a lot of toss-up contests still hanging fire.
Well, it's for sure, Stan. If there is any suspense tonight, it is likely to be here on Capitol Hill, or at least who is going to control here on Capitol Hill. Now, over here on the House side, the Democrats need a net gain of just 18 seats. I say just 18 seats because that's if you throw in Bernard Sanders, the independent from Vermont, who tends to vote with the Democrats. Over on the Senate side, for the Democrats to take control, they'd have to have a net gain of 3 seats, and that would then make a 50-50 split. And if you assume the president is going to be reelected, then Al Gore would more than likely usually vote with the Democrats. And as you pointed out, over on the Senate side so far, the Democrats have a net gain of 1 seat. That is the New Hampshire vote. That is with Bob Smith losing out to Representative Dick Swett. But it's very clear, all the handicappers are saying, that whoever wins control of the houses of Congress here, the House and the Senate, and if it is any kind of split, whoever has control in those houses will be very slim majorities, and any action that's going to be needed here will be kind of a bipartisan effort. Stan?
Yes, Bob, the southern states are critical, are they not, to the Republicans? They really need to carry most of the contests in the House and the Senate, do they not?
Well, that's for sure. The Alabama seat in particular is very important because Howell Heflin is a Democrat who has retired, giving up his seat. But that's the sort of seat that you might expect.
Story, so it was good for the grown-ups too, and we had a lot of fun here too.
That's what happens every time you open a book.
Very animated, tells a good story.
The first time I brought it to a school, the kids looked at it and said, "Mike, that looks like a bird cage."
Creates a wonderful piece of magic for children at Christmas time.
I said, okay, I think I'm going to try that. And it wasn't long after that I quit working at the bakery and I became a professional storyteller. And it all started by turning off the TV and turning on my imagination. You see, Epaminondas always tried to do exactly what his mother told him to do. But things didn't always work out just exactly right. Sometimes he made a mistake. In order to make this transition, we're going to have to use our imaginations, and it looks to me like everybody can handle a little imagination.
Very funny and great for the kids.
And it was a very clever story, so it was good for the grown-ups too, and we had a lot of fun here too.
That's what happens every time you open a book.
Very animated, tells a good story.
The first time I brought it to a school, the kids looked at it and said, Mike, that looks like a bird cage.
Creates a wonderful piece of magic for children at Christmas time.
I said, okay, I think I'm going to try that. And it wasn't long after that I quit working at the bakery and I became a professional storyteller. And it all started by turning off the TV and turning on my imagination. You see, Epaminondas always tried to do exactly what his mother told him to do. But things didn't always work out just exactly right. Sometimes he made a mistake. She said, that's no way to bring a puppy home from Grandma's house. The name of this story is The Stubborn Turnip. You get to be the turnip. And so they sang to the turnip. We're all going to sing the song. It goes like this. Ready? Turnip, turnip, come on up. Turnip, turnip, come on up. Now, Grandpa was trying to pull that turnip out of the ground, but that turnip wouldn't come out of the ground because it was a stubborn turnip. So they decided to call for some help. Who can help us? Let's see. Grandpa grabbed turnip, Grandpa Ivan grabbed Grandma Spot, grabbed Granny Sauce, grabbed Spot, the field mouse grabbed onto the end of the line, and the turnip came up out of the ground. Everybody was I'd like to talk today about the Oregon Trail. My story really starts in 1803. Does anybody know who the President of the United States was in 1803? Here's their oldest daughter. Here's their oldest son. And here's the baby. Oh, free land. Pa starts to think maybe this is his way to get a farm like Grandma and Grandpa had. So he comes back from town, all excited. He tells Ma, we're going west. So our family gets to Missouri, and they join up with a wagon train that's going to leave. Now, Independence, Missouri, they decide they're going to go down here from Ohio. And at that moment, Ma and Pa realize that just maybe they have a chance to have what Grandma and Grandpa had back here in Ohio. Now this hat is yours to keep. You can take it home. You don't have to share it with anybody because everybody's going to get one. So, Baker Bowl Band, are you ready to play your instruments? Okay. Baker Bowl Chorus, are you ready to sing? Yeah. Here we go. Those of you in front might want to move back just a little bit. Okay, here we go. I've been working at the bakery all this long day. That mosquito, and she gave it a big swat. Only she missed. And the mosquito went. So she tried again. This time she hit that mosquito, but it was one of those tough Minnesota mosquitoes. And it survived. So she tried one more time. She knew she got that mosquito that time because it was squashed flat. Imagine a bowl this big, full of chocolate frosting. You'd have to jump in. Like patty cake, patty cake. Baker's man. You guys know that one, don't you? All right, let's all do it together. Do it fast. There you go. A patty cake, baker's man. Roll it and pat it and mark it with the T and bring it together. First thing you have to imagine is me as a 6-year-old. So I'm a whole lot shorter than I am now, and I'm not wearing glasses, and all the hair that's down here was up here. Okay? You got the picture now? Esther walked down the sidewalk, she was fairly large, you know. She wore these great flower print dresses. They hung all the way to the ground. I never did figure out she had feet until I was about 10. And she would sort of glide down the sidewalk like a parade float. There she would go, off to the market. When I sat down in the race car, I put my hands on the steering wheel, put my feet on the pedals, and I could move those feet back and forth just like this and made the wheels go around. It was my race car. Had a little plastic windshield on it and the number 1 on the side, my race car. And she rolled up right next to me and bam, I took off. My feet were going just like this. My head was bobbing side to side and I was really beating her. I mean, I beat her past the first yard and I beat her past the second yard and I beat her to the third yard. That was our yard and I'm going really fast. And then she was looking straight ahead and then she stopped. I couldn't figure out why she stopped either. And then I looked straight ahead to see what she was looking at. And she was looking at Esther Hasty. Coming home from the market, both grocery bags were full, and she was taking up the whole sidewalk. I was in midair, there was nothing to do but say, "Look out!" And that's just what I got out of my mouth before I hit Esther right square in the behind.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny tail. Nose? Oh yes, that's right. Rudolph the red-nosed. Okay, yes, okay. Let's see. Had a very shiny nose. I need you to make a list of all the people that you can help. All the people that you can do nice things for. Then what I want you to know is that every time you help someone on that list, why, a jingle bell rings up at the North Pole.
We made some special arrangements. We put in a couple of phone calls. I know he's a very busy man, but not too busy to stop in to visit us on Good Day, Minnesota. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and privilege and pleasure to present to you the big guy himself, Kris Kringle, Santa Claus. Hey, Santa Claus, come on. I got some kids set up for you. They want to hear a story. They're really sweet. It's Melinda and her brother Levi.
Melinda and Levi. Yeah. Well, you know, Christmas is a time of thinking of others. That's really the spirit of Christmas, you know, and so that's what Dog and Cat did. They bought a present together. So Cat got to carry the cheese. Well, Cat looked at the cheese and said, I get to carry the cheese now. And Cat looked at the cheese, and then he looked at Dog, and then he looked at the cheese. And then Cat decided to do more than carry the cheese. Cat decided to taste the cheese. And Dog and Cat have not been friends since then. And that's the end of that story.